beautiful beings of the universe, I have a beautiful message for you today. To, to harness that goddess power inside of you. To wake up and roar because the world outside is crazy. It's just going to test you at each and every corner and the points, which is basically going to test all of your patience. So you need to stay strong and not give in to the poor miseries of the people outside who want to literally want to diminish your value by constantly making fun of you and by constantly trying to attack you through invisible ways. These are the peoples that I'm talking about, are the ones who basically talk behind you, because that's what a coward does. Understand, a goddess's life, the energy that a warrior and the goddesses possess is very upfront and loud. She does not hide. Like, guess what? The people who hate you, they're simply hiding behind you somewhere. Like literally, they are just talking shit, stupid things and trying to threaten you from the bushes. That's very clear that you are the tiger and they are the coward. You need not worry about these people at all, because the whole point is that you need to stay centered. That means what? That means that you're going to stay in your grounding and stay fearless. Understand that you need to prepare. It's a war going on. You just cannot live like a fool anymore. You need to be awake. You need to be upfront every single waking moment of your day. The times of being lazy and being a fool and acting confused are gone. Also, I would want you to have a reality check on your friends and family. If your family, they are just like a family who just gave birth to you and who just raised you, but who are not there to literally support you when you are in need of help, they are not your family members. You were born through them, but you are not of them. You understand that? This is very essential. Your father or whosoever, the family figure, if they are not there to support you, what good is that relationship anyhow? How does that literally serve you? And they want the respect from you, whereas they are not doing anything for maintaining that respect. That's never going to happen. It's a two-way relationship. As a child, you would always want to respect the family that you are born to. However, if they are sabotaging your existence, if they do not see you for who you are, if they do not honor your goddess energy, if they do not let you have that strength of being bold, of being able to express who you are, of being able to make an impact in the world, that family is a useless family, and I'm telling you that you need to break bonds with them. Because understand that any sort of false relationship that you are dragging along with yourself is going to slow down your transcendence, your transcendental growth. And that means that you're going to basically waste a lot of time in trying to convince them that, hey, you need to match up to my level, because their energies are low. They are never going to match up to your level. So you need to now just make a boundary, and you need to stay strong and do what your soul tells you to do. Understand, it might lead you to tremendous amount of pain, and you as a warrior, you as a goddess are ready for that. You better be ready for that. Because if you just want to run away and hide away from pain, and that's why you're sticking to that useless boyfriend and that useless husband, because who are actually not even serving you, you are hiding behind their presence just so that you do not have to take your own responsibility. You know that they're damaging your soul day in and day out. You know that pretty well. But still, you're acting, oh, I love you, oh, you're so nice. No, that's all a fear-based manipulation, which you are playing with your man and the man plays with you. So if your life sucks and you say that, well, it's just the world outside. No, it's not. It's you who has not taken responsibility for your own life. You just cannot be living with a trash set of people and then keep on expecting, and being jealous of others who are doing the right thing. You cannot do that. I mean, you can do that. It's only going to waste your time, and you're wasting your life acting dumb. You are given this life so you can sharpen your skills, so you can shine like the sun. You can stay in your goddess energy, stay as a warrior, and roar. This is the time to roar. You're not going to act like a weak pussycat. That's not going to happen. If you have been following me for what I stand about, it's all about the truth and power and living in your integrity. I am telling this whole thing because I am living my life every single second this way. I have literally nobody. I stand alone. And because of the fact that I stand alone, I have the entire universe working with me. I have the energy of the goddesses within me, and the gods support me. And this is the fact. A lot of times, whenever I have fallen down, and people, my enemies, they feel like, haha, she was being too much herself. She's just too honest for this world. Don't you see she's so weak? It's all lies, okay? I'm here to tell you, I'm living my life by truth, by virtues, by beauty and grace. And yes, that does mean we are living in Kali Yuga, all right, wherein the weak would have more power. They would have huge houses. They would have tens and hundreds of cars. They would have billions and millions. And the righteous people, they would be pulled down in the radar. That does not matter because I'm not fighting that game. And if I do fight, I do have the energy, intelligence, and power to make millions. I can do that anytime. But that's just not my gamut. That's just not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in finding the truth within my own self. And I want to live my life according to that. So I live in a way I make impact to the people. People are just weird and ridiculous. Like whatever things you do, they're going to do exact same things. You go out and they follow you. Whatever you do, they're literally ridiculous people just following you everywhere. They think I do not know that. I know that pretty well. I understand everybody who is following me and who is talking shit about me. I know that. But I do not care. Because you literally need not care. You need to let go of all of these lower chakra energies and you need to transcend yourself. Why? Because you need to let go of all of your fears. That means you need not be scared of dying. If it so happens, a warrior prepares herself or himself to fight. You cannot trust anybody. You should be ready to fight any moment. They might attack you and you might get killed. So be it. What I would never do is step back and bend down and live according to their lies. I would never do that. I would rather prefer death than playing weak, than playing dumb. I've just never done that my entire life. And that's why I came out and I left my family because they were all just trying to bring me down in the sense that you better be small and you better play safe. I don't want to play safe. I just do not want to play safe. Yeah, I talk to my family members. But what good is that family which does not trigger you to bring out the best in you? When you are trying to show your light, they try to demean it, they try to hide it. When you bring about the points that they need to work on, they just get too furious. Your parents would not even listen to you when you have got certain points to say why you did it this way. Because now you are trying to show them the mirror that they do not act in integrity. And when you show that, they get really upset. And the same thing is with the society you live in. You basically show to the people who they are and they do not like you. They're going to avoid you. They do not make eye contact with you. They just run away from you, literally. Have you seen that? Like you, as a high vibing person in your goddess energy, when you move out, there are people who are literally running just because they're too scared of your energy. And that is the thing. A liar would pretend and play games. They would smile and say, hey, how are you? Hello. Hello, sweetie. Those are just the snakes. You cannot trust anybody. Do not trust anybody. I'm telling you. People are just selfish and they upfront just want their own things met. If somebody is being nice to you, there's 100% chance they want something out of you. Without a reason, nobody would even look at you, right? Even if you die, nobody cares. Sad but true. This is the reality of the world. And why I make these videos is so that I can just tell you through my experience and through my life. And these are not just the second-hand, sold-over knowledge that I've learned from others. These are my life experiences. I have the instincts and I have gone through all of these things. So I'm telling you now that you better stay strong and stay in your own elements. Because there's nobody else who's going to come and lift you up from the mess that you're in. Another point, very essential, is that you need to take a check at your friends. What sort of friends do you have? Are they enabling you to get to your best version? Or are you guys just tagging along because you are lost and the other person is lost? And I can guarantee that is the case most of the times. You see all these young people and they're all just hanging about, just doing nothing. Well, doing nothing is fine as long as you enjoy that. And you do know that it's basically for the relaxation. That's fine. But most of the time, people come together to laugh at you. This is retarded. And you know the reason why? Because they're all scared of your energy. And secondly, They all think that by their trash talks, their garbage, they're going to bring you down. That's never going to happen. Why? Because I've got the fire element and their airs only brings more fire. So I increase my fire element because I'm basically a Sagittarius and I've got a lot of that rebel energy. And it's not just a rebel energy, it's just that I cannot take the bullshit of people anymore. They smile at me while they are having some stupid, ridiculous intention. They think I do not understand the why. I can tell about a person without meeting them just by the energy that they hold from a kilometer. Because I am an intuitive person. I can talk about what I know what they're thinking. So their fake words and expressions can definitely not derail me. Understand the word. Why? Do you see how does the word actually play? The power behind the word is that it's basically used to manipulate. And the best way to read the energy around is silence. You keep quiet and let your neighbors keep quiet. And let the society around you keep quiet. You still know by intuition who are the people who are doing evil to you, who are the people who are trying to disrespect you basically. And that needs no words. Their presence can tell you what's going on. So, how do you harness that energy? Is by staying true to yourself. If you are a lying machine inside of your own body mind mechanism, you cannot find the truth in the external world and in the inner world. So, you do need to make sure that you are staying honest to your own self. What people do is they just go about, how people, they just want to basically be like a vampire on your energy. So wherever I go, I see all these idiots. They follow me and do exactly the same thing what I'm doing, and they think that they would get there. It's never going to happen because as long as you are a scavenger onto another people's energies, and you have not done your own shadow work, it's not going to work. People think that just by hating that person and without giving any due respect, and you are learning from them, but still you are hating them, and then you just go about doing this and that because I want this and that things done, and I want that energy, and I want that whatever stuff, right? It does not work. It's all about intention. If you have got an evil intention, guess what? The universe, which is a mirror multiplier, the universe will just give all of that trash energy back to you 10x. So if your haters are trying to just copy you and steal your energy, they're going to get nowhere because they are basically trying to play a very sick game with their own selves. Because who are you after all? You literally are nothing. So if somebody is trying to cast a negative spell on you, the universe just gives them 10x back and their life would get destroyed. But you, as a high vibing person, you do not want that. What you want is just to keep yourself centered, and you want to elevate your own energies and not give a shit about what's going on outside. So that needs a lot of concentration. That needs a lot of courage. And I've been living my life all this while absolutely alone. I was never into any relationship with any man, not because I do not like a man, but because I just never found the right vibing person. In the sense that I could see a lot of people had approached me, but then I could just see through the sort of interest and selfishness that a man comes to you with. You see, no man would ever come to you with a true selfless love. That's unreal. That only God can do that for you. A true selfless, eternal love is only with God, like how Christ has loved. But see what they did to Christ. Jesus Christ, who was so beautiful, so pure, and what did these retards do? They crucified him, and now they are just doing their prayers and doing this and that for what? If you really loved Christ, why did you crucify him? Just because he was so real? Just because he was so beautiful? Just because he had all the right message? So understand, anytime a person comes to you is with their interest, because they cannot face their own dark sides. Now they just want to hang on to your energy and be that energy vampire, so that they think, oh, you are a happy person, so let me just steal some of that joy. You should be extra careful with these people. When somebody is trying to be very nice to you, when somebody is trying to help you, when you did not ask for that help, be extra careful. You do not trust no one. You've got to use your intelligence, whether you are a man or a woman. You've got to use your own weaknesses and see where you are. I know the biggest problem is that you do not want to see where you are because you have an illusion that I'm so strong, or somewhere there is a fear that, oh, actually, I know that I'm too weak. But I'm here to tell you that do not be fearful, my friend. You just, if fear overwhelms you, just do this exercise. You need to think straight on till the end about death. And know that death would take away everything, your body, your money, your relations, your business, your whatever, your children, your grandchildren, your whatever projections you want to create, whatever musical or books that you have written, whatever music you have made, whatever books you wrote, whatever clothes you made, whatever just potteries you made, anything and everything. So along with you, your enemies would die, your friends would die, your family would die. So when you do know that everything is anyway going to disappear, so why take so much of a load? But that does not mean like all these freaking points would keep coming to your life so that you know and you play the game. As long as you are in this body mind mechanism, there's no way that you cannot play the game. You are in a simulation and you need to play the game. So, with this thing, and there would all these issues that you face in life, all these haters and all these people and all these unprecedented situations that come. So, what are those for? Those are for your learning. Those are for your game that you are being played, and you understand that you are the player in the game. So you can manipulate it the way you want it. So we as light workers also manipulate, staying in our goddess energy, and there are those evil demonic beings who you are using that energy as well. And now understand it's a war going on, and you need to be specially aware, both in silence and in the words. You need to utilize that in a way that it uplifts you and the others around. And let go of the fact that everybody should love you. It's just never going to happen. It has never happened. You see the life of Lord Krishna. He was God, literally, who had taken form in the incarnate as Lord Krishna, and he himself had so many haters, though he was God. And the same thing is the case with almost anybody who is phenomenal. You are going to have lots of haters, and guess what? You might think that, okay, if I play it safe, I'd rather be in the evil side. Because you see, when somebody is coming up and somebody is so strong in their energy and somebody is too beautiful with their art and skills and everything, it's always easy for the demonic beings to come and say, yeah, she's so ugly. Yeah, your work sucks. I would not let you come up. I would not publish your book. I'm not going to give you this patent. I do not give you this copyright. Why? Because it's always easy to stay in the no energy state. Now, to come up to the level of a yes energy state, it needs courage, it needs power. It means that you need to fail through 1,000 times. Why a master is a master, you see why? Because they have failed so many times. And the other people who are just sitting down there and trash talking about you is because they have not even started. They might have more money than you, they might be millionaires, does not matter. If you do not have ethics, if you do not have the soul courage, you are garbage to me. You are nothing. With your money, you are just nothing. You are trash. What matters is the truth. What matters is, do you have the values? What matters is, and that's what in Hinduism, in Sanatan Dharma, it has always been said. See all these Vedas and scriptures and Gita. Those are not just books written just like that. Those are showing you the ways of living. Those are basically telling you how you need to be staying more in your own element. So you learn. You've got to learn because you do not know. And just be honest and say, well, I do not know. And do not just fall flat and lower your guard because of people who are faking to be nice to you. What would their few words of appreciation mean to you? And why are you after that anyway? Even if they said that, oh, you're awesome, I just love your presence, I just love your this and that, and you are just amazing. So, are you going to stop at that? Or if somebody told you, you are such a piece of shit, you are so garbage, and why do you even exist? I wonder why your parents made you. So, how about that? Are you going to stop at that? So you need to come to the point where neither their praises nor their hate affects you. You've got to stay at your center. You know what I mean? And that means you need to learn. That means you've got to be skillful. That means you need to learn about finances, about how to live, about how to create, how to make the right community, how to stay strong. You see, you need all of that. You just cannot act a fool and just keep on being around ridiculous people and wasting your life only to die in the end with old bones and haggard body and feel and having a sense of hatred towards others. You see, a person in old age, they are not ugly just because of old age. A person who has lived a right, virtuous, kind, loving, beautiful life, they look beautiful in their old age. A person who has lived a sinful, scheming, trickery sort of a life, they look ugly in their old age. They've got to suffer that. So there's just no other way around that. If you have sinned your whole life and in the end you just think, oh, now God shall save me. Well, God is all merciful. And of course, even the evil is the creation of Lord. So the God has made both these two things, the yin and the yang, good and the bad. But it's a game, understand? And by the game's laws, the evil would get punished and the good shall get the reward. That's just how it is. That reward might not be in terms of money. That reward is what your soul gives you because you are feeling blessed and loved inside of your own self. You do not have self-hate. That's the reward. Else you might keep on running after money and having the most fancy Porsche cars and have own all of the world and still feel miserable because you lost your soul and you paid a very heavy price by selling your soul. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So that was about it. I just wanted to make this video so that you stay in your elements, you stay strong, and do not just fall weak because of the weakness around you, and you do not lower your standards based on whatever good or bad they talk about. You stay at the center and keep learning, keep growing. Do not stay in a state of fear because fear is a lie, it's a false. And do not be afraid of dying because from that death, a new being is born. Anytime you see all these people who go to the gym, they are not just strong by just doing those deadlifts. They are strong because they are dying in that moment when they are doing those heavy deadlifts. Those guys, I have a lot of respect for them. Not because they're looking very beautiful and sexy. I like them. I have a lot of respect for those hard-working gym guys and girls because you see they are embracing that pain. They're not running away from their weakness. And that is something I need to learn from them. See, when I see something beautiful, I have a lot of respect for them. I'm not jealous of them. No, that, oh, why is he so strong? Why is she so strong? No, I learn from them. Whenever I see beauty and grace, I see something that needs respect, I bow down to them. Maybe not physically, externally I might just walk through them, but inside my mind and my heart, I have a lot of respect for them. And why they do deserve respect is because they have taken that pain to build that body. That means there is the sign of that soul power. They did not just give in because there was that pain moment and they did not run away. Now that's a real man. That's a real man is. Those who do not run away from the pain but face the fact, they embrace it. I'm not against men as such. I'm just against weak men who are weak and they try to manipulate you. I'm against them. They're also godlike men, right? And those are amazing people. In fact, all of these great teachings that I've learned are from men. Like, look at all these sages. They were all men. Look at all these strong people who go to gym. David Goggins. Those are men. Those are the real men. Mike Tyson. Those are real men. I'm not against men. I'm just against the weakness. And I'm not against a man or a woman per se. I'm just against the intention that is bad. There are also goddesses who are having phenomenal power, and I've learned a lot from them. There are those saints and yogis who are girls, and I have a lot of respect for them. I'm not against a woman or a man. I'm just against people playing it small and trying to manipulate you. But with all due respect, I have a lot of respect for these hardworking, beautiful men and hardworking and beautiful women. I have a lot of respect for them, and I always bow down to them. in my heart, in my space. The point of a warrior thing only comes about when you are tested. You need not wear that suit all the time. But when too much tested by the weak, yes, you've got to show who you are and stop playing timid and acting small. But in front of the divine beings, of those gods and goddesses, yes, my soul is always with them. I'm learning from them. Those are the beautiful beings I respect a lot, and and I would always respect them. That's it for now. Stay true to yourself. Bye for now.